because that is a huge surprise pick for me from Team Liquid. Let's head into it.
Yeah, let's get it underway. It's Team Liquid taking on Heroic. Denmark versus the USA. And once again, it's Stewie 2K and his band of brothers are the only hope for North America. It's going to be a bit of a CT side start here for Heroic. They try their hand at the mid-aggression at Elige. There to spot it at least, but he's only good for one. And right now, the trades are kind of even, but finally, Naf will extend and actually leave this in the advantage of Liquid. That mid-aggression does not pan out the way Heroic wanted. The moment they kind of spot Elige down there in the lower tunnels, they're like, well, this is about to get very, very messy. They're hoping for some fast banana control that they can flank and isolate those ramp fights. Instead, that doesn't happen. Cadian now getting pressured. Will deliver the first, but his journey comes to an end nice and quickly. It's left to Tessez in the 1v2. Naf is low from that fight earlier on. The Grim still looking fine and dandy, getting that bomb down over towards the site.
No kit, a quick fight. Tessez with a tap. Where is Naf? He's hiding up on the balcony. Tessez trying to clear the pit out. He has so much utility. It's a deep plant, but Naf can play the bomb from this position, swing on the tap. And as said, no kit. So Tessez, he's not going to be able to stick this one unless he drops some of his util ASAP. There's the smoke on the bomb. Naf forced a bit of a peek. The molly goes down for a short push. Naf taps him through the smoke. And that is one hell of a way to start out a round for Team Liquid. Lovely stuff. Yeah, a bit of a mess down middle for Heroic. It's a respectable attempt for Cadian, but he knows he can't back up through that hallway. And Tessez, just no info. It's a gamble. There's so many positions Naf can be in.
Hugo, you and I have cast a lot of North American Counter-Strike over the last few months, and one of the reoccurring themes specifically for Team Liquid was these guys saying that they just want to play top European competition, right? And that was something they kept reiterating. And then it looked like for a moment that their dreams of coming here for the Global Challenge were kind of cut short, right? We knew they were coming to Europe anyway, but it looked like they weren't going to get to attend this event. So they're probably very, very happy in a similar spot to where Big are, that they're given this kind of golden ticket to show up and have this chance to perform. Now, I've heard Moses tell me he wants to play this so damn much. I'm hoping they show up, but the nades are already brutal from Tessez and Nico. That's where you're going to look towards Naf and Twist to try and get this back under control. Elige throwing that Moto smoke in to try and facilitate this A play. And Nico, the only man here right now, might be hard-pressed to hold on to this site. He's wrapping around through long, but he might miss the timing on these players getting up through short side. Now, that's not the end of the world for Nico that he doesn't get a fight there. He's still a hell of a lot closer than Team Liquid might be ready for.
Yeah, Liquid, they see that smoke come out from Moto, they clear it, they push it, they make sure no one's playing it, and now the plant comes through, so Heroic are forced to retake, again with no kit. Stound's got a nade, that could be lobbed into the pit, but you can see Twist is wide, lobbing in a Moto smoke of his own, so he will avoid damage. Jumping up, dangerous move, as Heroic encroach on their position towards short. There's a flash, it's beautiful. Naf, not blinded though, in the sight, he gets traded, it's all on Elige, only a UMP, and double peek by Nico and co. It's a quick round for Heroic, and they have time for the defuse as well. That is snuck right under the hands of Liquid. Great round for Heroic, just in time, and all beginning with those double nade dunks to, up towards B as well. There may have even been a trade to Borup, but it didn't matter one bit. Well timed. We know Heroic's utility usage is great.
Those nades were sick, man, and you could see Liquid were not ready for that at all. Like, you know, they get completely blindsided by it. That's a really nifty little double nade setup in towards the B site. So Heroic snatching that round back, and immediately we're into a competitive game. However, these force buy wars that you so often see when you trade these rounds back and forth won't be starting, and that there is because Team Liquid get the bomb down in that round. And so therefore, if they eco this, they're actually good for a buy in the follow-up.
I actually really like that decision, right? Most teams just force buy war, especially on the T side. Not only are those AKs cheap and you can get pretty good buys, but also, you know, breaking that CT economy can leave you double eco early on. Liquid could easily take a bit of a streak, but instead, this is like showing respect to your opponent. You know what Heroic are made of, you know they're well armed now, and Liquid just go, look, we believe in our own game, we want our full guns, let's get them as soon as possible rather than trifle with these force buy wars. Naf, with the Deagle naded, he's going to try and push Cadian out of position, but quick shot on the UMP bomb can swing and doubles up, dropping the bomb. No casualties for Heroic against the pistols. And Liquid now, regardless, coming in with guns. I say that, they're nearing 4K a player. So some of these players, if they want to buy AKs, won't have any utility. So let's see how Liquid choose to disperse this cash in round number 4. Oh, Twist. Now that is bold, my friend.
Twist, what are you doing, man?
He's going apps. That's where he's going.
All right then, Twist, with your little sawn off, with your little shotty. Let's see what he's able to do. Look at him running off alt mid. Let's keep our eye on.
Oh, and he's thrown it out.
Twist.
Come on, Twist. At least give it a go.
So defeatist.
It's a misbuy. It's a misbuy.
Yeah, it might be a misbuy, but you know, you got to roll with the punches. Yeah. That's wait, hang on. That's more than $800.
It's like $1,200.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't buy it.
Oh yeah, it is $1,200. Why am I thinking 8? You don't get 8 for anything.
Mate, pistol shotgun. That's an interesting strat.
Oh man. Well, Stewie's dead, so now there's a gun that Twist could go and grab.
Oh well, not
over
really.
In the T apartments.
Yeah, I was going to say, smoked off at the bottom of B. Heroic went 4B to get that util down to not only kill Stewie, but now Stan with the bottom of Banana smoked off, and he still has a Molotov to stall Liquid going into this padded A site. 2 on long for either side with the re-smoke down for Heroic. I like the Heroic just cutting it off. They go, fine, you know, you want mid? You can have it. We're 4 here. The fake reload for Cadian. Oh, it baits a swing, but he does die. Running low on ammo. 9 shots and Elige on 6 health. Liquid control CT spawn.
Yeah, there are players here to contest it, right? Borup is at least like a pretty important piece of this round right here. He's able to confirm that they're not flanking B, and so as a result, right, Stown is a lot less pressured inside of that B site, and these players in A know to keep their wits about them for this library split in through long. Now that doesn't bear Tess as well, but Borup on this wrap was hoping to get it back under control. Twist, is he ready for this pincer? He's not. Stown coming in through the library, and then helping out down in the pit would have been Nico, but he was never even spotted. So, like, even if Stown doesn't find that kill, the round is still probably Heroics, thanks to Nico just waiting patiently down in the pit. And that's a bit of a rough first rifle round there for Liquid, right? I think they were hoping that that illusion of them being CT would really throw this CT setup into disarray. And that is where Borup is very, very important, right? He doesn't really get anything done from his position, but he provides a hell of a lot of information. He's able to call, right, they might be in CT, but they're not pushing B. They're coming back to A. And so those A players never leave those defensive positions inside of the site.
These UMPs have been brutal for Heroic. We're seeing that gun more and more right now. And yeah, with Liquid also having Stewie die and Banana as well, they couldn't really split that B bomb site. It would just be down to full CT control. So, as you said, good info for Borup. And Heroic, very mobile on the CT side already. Again, the same case of getting early B nades in and then moving a 4th player over. Cadian is now on the Arch side. Got Stown solo B jump spotting with a smoke, and right now Liquid taking that mid control once again. It's pretty weak buy, but you can see the triple nade trying to try and dunk Nico in the pit. That's the game plan, and they do hit him, but not enough to get the kill. Borup on the site spraying the smoke, and oh my, he mows him down. It's an easy round for Heroic, 4-1 with 5 alive. Good for the money indeed.
One thing I will say, like, from covering a lot of NACS this year, it felt like, especially kind of towards like the mid-end point of the year, it felt like, especially for like the 3 top dogs, and I'm talking, you know, Furia, EG, Liquid, things got like a little more puggy at one point in time, like they were trying to have a bit more fun with it. And I do sometimes think that, you know, you know, what with there being so many games being played all the time, right? It does feel like maybe that kind of more relaxed, having fun with it, chilling out, has hurt them a bit in these European bouts whenever they've come over, because the level in Europe feels like it hasn't necessarily dropped, even though it feels inconsistent, right? I don't think we ever see teams just kind of having a joke, having a laugh in the server. And that's the thing, like in NA, the gap between those 3 top teams, aside from Chaos, who were able to kind of challenge it and close it a lot, never really felt like there was much of a chance for the teams outside of those to actually start picking up event wins.
Lovely trade for Tessus, but Twist is quick in the apartment, and Liquid once again have a man up. No shotgun needed. Tessus goes back to the pit. Stown still sits solo B. It's round like these where Liquid might just try and full execute that site, but the jump up, how does Tessus win that battle? I do not know. Twist is dead on the Absolurk, and now they actually pre-rotate B. It was looking like Liquid wanted to rotate back, but funnily enough, they're hanging around the middle. Luckily enough for Heroic, looking like they want to re-aggress at B. They're going to have this info ahead of time. Tess is now making the call. Guys, they're all on me right now. but it's looking like Arch for Liquid. 40 seconds, enough time to wrap B, and with Heroic getting aggressive, Liquid might not have a split, but they could swap sites with Heroic and take B through the spawn. Tess is now making the call. Guys, it's awfully quiet at A right now, and Heroic, they're going to realize too little and too late.
Yeah, they'll hear that flash go into B, and there you go. You can see the pennies drop. Borup's like, oh, bother, I better start heading back round. But this site's already fallen. Now, it is a 3-on-3 retake over towards B, so there's still a big old chance here for Heroic, even with that bomb down. With all three coming from Banana, a lot of this is going to hinge on if they're given any of these early fights. And this utility, this Molotov, can be used to force players out of position. Now combining that with the flashes, Grim caught out in the open. He really needs to make a bit of a stand here, and Stewie is there to help him out. It's left to Tesses, who would need the ace in the 1v2 if he wants to pick this up, and at just 36 HP, he's bowing out of the round. He's giving it over to Team Liquid. Great little wrap in through CT spawn there.
Perfect.
I also like that whenever we have the Liquid player cams up, you can see Moses stood behind them, looking onward.
Yeah, it's great to see Grim in Europe as well. I feel like that's a big talking point we can get into as well, right? Not to say that, like, when Liquid had Nitro, that's when they had most of their success. Obviously, the world and the scene is in a very different place right now. But Grim has looked great throughout all of Liquid. There's been no doubt about that. But of course, if we just go off of the evidence, Liquid have been worse since adding Nitro. But you can definitely say that's due to them kind of being stuck at NA as well. Grim against European teams, against some of the best teams, and looking good. It's early days, though. 4-2. Liquid on the board again. Stown's got the orb, doubled up. Cadian taking his towards B, and Stown holds for the bench peak on middle. There's nothing coming through. Talking to young talents, this guy's definitely one for the future. Hell, he's one for the present. And right now, he's going to give a gift to Liquid right down middle if they come up through this choke point once again. But a lot of porch mollies. Stewie's going to chuck another one out. That should force Down back. Bad timing for him on the unscope. He could have caught a player going through before the flash, but instead he bides his time. And the fact is, Liquid don't even know about one orb, let alone two of them. So a lot of tricks up the sleeve, up Heroic sleeve in this round, rather. And if Liquid try and go back late B, they're going to run into Cadian as well. Borup with a full set of utility. Neither of these orbs have still fired a shot, and Liquid move up Banana to retake this control.
Oh. As Cadian striking down the first, Stewie trying to swing that angle, and they get sent packing from B. This decision that they were maybe looking to try and potentially like CT split the site or just fake out the B side of the map has not worked well, and Stown is now firing off with his AWP as well. Everywhere they go, they are running into these AWPs. And this has kind of made this Team Liquid T-side grind to a bit of a halt. And that's to buy time for this long smoke to get thrown over by a Liege. Oh. Rest of the gang out through mid now, and they've got this presence up short side. But with just 15 seconds, they try and pick up the pace, and they get shut down. Heroic, a lot of crossfires well established over towards that A site, and Liquid haven't really done enough to change that.
Yeah, definitely the surprise factor of the AWP that pretty much wins Heroic the round. It gets them into a 5-on-3. Liquid, they could have assumed there was an AWP, but they never flashed either of them off. Especially when you die to Cadian, like Stewie dies there, and the call is, let's go away from that AWP. Let's go back to A. They try and take long, and boom, Stown hits another shot. There's no flash for a Liege, and suddenly, yeah, the round's just almost lost at that point. Liquid need to do something incredible to pull that 3-on-5 back, and Heroic not going to let it happen. Smoke up B on the Molotov, but Heroic aren't worried. They trade grenades, double onto the logs, molly to follow. Oh, Grim, get out of there, buddy. Just Deegs for Liquid.
Oh, they try and fake this top B control, and they hear that AWP fire off. The only problem is that Flash hasn't really done a lot in selling this fake. And that's because Borup was tucked sandbags playing this bait and switch anyway. You can actually see he's kind of heading back round now on this rotation. And now they realize it is the A play. They were right in their assumption. Doesn't matter, though, because these B players aren't going to be needed. Nico and Tesses have already torn this round away from Team Liquid. Heroic looking incredibly dominant right here, right now. Tessa's 13-2, having a lights-out game. And we don't really have anyone on the Team Liquid side who has that kind of star power yet. In NA, that was almost one of their problems whenever we spoke to Moses, as he said, like, yeah, we have these great individual players, right? And that sometimes bails us out of situations we never should have been in the first place. So it feels maybe a little bit easier to lead into mistakes, because if you're winning the round, it might not feel like a mistake in the moment, right? Well, those stars, those big players that we're so used to seeing aren't really showing up yet for Liquid. Obviously, still early days, but it's 6-2. You're hoping they can right their wrongs soon. At Liege, he would be one of the players to keep an eye on, and there he is with a double. Now, this aggression coming through is giving up player after player to Team Liquid. Now they spot Nico in the apartments, and that there is going to be the green light to go with this B play. Cadian, missed shot, and Grim quick to capitalize.
Oh, that 2-on-5 was like, I don't want to say winnable, but Cadian, that was a sitter, and that looked dead on. There was no flash for Liquid. They just contacted him for the trade. No trade needed. Cadian whiff, and Liquid into B. Nico trying to save. They're already in T-spawn. Oh, he hits a feet, and Elige doesn't care. Great round for Elige. You say we need a starter step up, and he does exactly that. Heroic tried to exert some pressure down mid with a double push supported by the AWP, and Elige tears it limb from limb. No save today. Heroic still have a big bank of cash, so they can continue to invest for another. But this is where Liquid could certainly start to break the money and build upon this T side. It's not dire yet. Naf's on the AWP as well. This is going to be something to keep our eyes on across the series. Naf v Stewie AWP, right? Stewie often taking it, more so on maps like Mirage, like Dust 2. In the past, they've said that they wanted to, you know, promote consistency by giving Naf the AWP on all maps. But yeah, it can vary for Liquid. It can depend on those spawns, on what they're trying to do. You'll see Stewie take the AWP on Nuke a lot to T-side AWP silo at a spawn. Right now, Cadian's found the first. Stewie's gone, man. He has been getting picked apart at the top of B. Not a fun role against a team with such good utility. Often getting dunked with nades and picked up by AWPs. Heroic, they go for a heavy rotate out of the B bomb site. They can afford to do this. They can play retake if Cadian goes down. You hope he takes another with him at the very least. And if he trades 1-for-1, that's a 4-on-3. And that's a likely retake round for Heroic. Let's see if Liquid are going to get into the bomb site. Wall smoke down. Bomb is walking back mid, though, and Twist is still lurking in apartments.
What that smoke has done for Liquid is pull over this rotation of Stown from CT. And he actually just throws the top banana smoke from there. So that's going to keep them out of this B site. They're still looking like they want to go for it. And this would be the right decision to make. It's just, can they put a stop to Cadian? He does not waste any time. He tries to barrel into the site to put a stop to the B play. But it's Elige and Grim offering up those entries for Team Liquid.
Yeah, Cadian had to get a trade there. Like, he had to go 1-for-1. Another 3-on-3. Last time Liquid won this, it was Heroic coming fully from Banana. And this time Liquid have that control in the form of Twist. Plus, Naf with an AWP in the post plant. There's a lot of utility for Heroic. They've got to get moving.
Naf with the swing. There's the first man gone. Traded immediately by Tessez. Twist smoked off at the banana. Whoa. And now it's all going to come down to him. The bomb is not planted for him either. He's got to swing wide if he wants to get them off this defuse, and they're just sticking it. He's too late to the party. That smoke saving Heroic, making that a very, very rough round for Twists. Honestly, I think the moment that falls into the 1v2, it's done. Like, no matter if Twist rushes that straight away, tries to, like, trade any of his teammates, the fact that that smoke is down and the bomb is not planted for Banana proves to be a grave error. And that's the thing, I think with how Liquid were kind of setting that round up, they never wanted it to come down to Twists, right? Like, he was just there to put a stop to that Banana retake that we saw a couple of rounds ago. Well, when that doesn't come through, his position is kind of bad when you look at how the bomb is planted.
Yeah, there's lucky Heroic, or not lucky, but well played. The Heroic held on to so much utility on that A bomb site, right? Like, they were set up double arch at a certain point, so they have all those mollies for a retake. Oh, it's a messy spray for Tessez. He's had a great start to this game, but that's finally a whiff that may cost mid. Nico trying to hold on. Through the molly they go, and Nico almost aces the round. It's just Twist. Up in the apartments is the AWP. Twist with a bang, a flash, and he goes back. As Heroic fully rotate in through Library. He could go B. There's no one here to stop him. Does he realize? Does he take the advantage? Looking back at Banana willingly, but now Stown comes in on long. This is a big fight for Twist to open up that B-bomb site, and Stan won't let it happen. It's Heroic with another round. What a mowdown from Nico as well. Just when we had Tessus performing, now you add Nico to that list. He's up on 13 after that one. Absolutely slays them in middle. And Liquid, no plant, no money. 8-3 with an eco in their wing.
And that's the thing, like, you can see how confident Heroic are. In a lot of these rounds, they are getting very, very aggressive early on. And that can feel so restricting if you're Team Liquid, right? Like, they're just not giving you any respect. And it's like, man, look at the names in this team. Like, you've got a major winner here. And then you've got guys who have been at the top level of NA for so damn long, and you're just getting no respect from Heroic, right? Like, they're not giving you anything for free. They're always willing to take the fight. They're always trying to get in your face. And even when they are just holding, it feels like you can't go anywhere. It's Elige to open up another round. This time it's Cadian on the receiving end of that deagle. And, oh, Nico gonna get flushed into Tesses, and he goes 2 for 1. Honestly, that's pretty stellar from Tesses over at the long side. Now, this will allow for this CT wrap to come in. Oh, Rim winning that important fight forces Stown back to defend B. Is he ready for the CT lurk? They're both here. Oh, tagged up on the peak, but he flashes back in for another. Elige, blind as a bat, is able to get it down to the 2v1, but don't write Nico off yet. This guy, oh, gonna get rid of Grim, and now it falls into a 1v1 that never should have been. That Molotov at least buys Elige a little bit of time. Oh no, the nade. Nah, that's going to dark. Elige is fine. Nico, like a lamb to the slaughter, runs on in. Elige up on the fountain is there to secure Team Liquid a 4th.
Yeah, Elige, that's a very, very bold play to stand in the middle of the site. It's a play he had to make, right? If he plays passive, he plays back, he can die to the utility that we've seen often when Heroic retakes. He's got to take an immediate kill. And at least he catches Nico, you know, not expecting this position. It's his health that forces him to make that play. And Elige, he has been the playmaker for Liquid. Multiple 3K rounds. I gotta say, Stewie again, poor guy in middle. He's throwing all the grenades right now, and while his team are tucked close long, he gets picked up by Tesses on the mid peak. He was the player at the back, and he dies. It always hurts when that happens to you. But right now, 8-4, Liquid salvage an eco round. They pick it up. Cadian flashed off, the AWP forced back into triple B for Heroic. Finally, they actually give away the banana control for the first time, and that's why they've stacked the site. One player's gone, though, and Borup actually threw the flash that appeared in the kill feed. Liquid know the AWP is here on Cadian as well. If they realize this, they can work out it's a triple B setup, and 2 players is still here in the bomb site. Will that tempt them back into A? The bomb still inquisitive, still here. And Twist is even left mid as well. So they don't care. They like their odds in a 5-on-2. And in fact, Heroic, they don't believe. Rotating out as things get quiet. Sending a player towards that A site leaves Cadian alone. This should surely be a Liquid round. I see no way for Cadian to make this one happen. He's going to need something incredible. Stalled out by the util of Liquid, but they've got plenty more to throw back in. Will he hit the wallbang? Oh, that's a good shot, Cadian. He's got a nice path back into the site. He can certainly take another one, and he's bought time for Borup to come in through CT.
Oh, Cadian, now they know where he is. Trying to stay alive at the back of the site, having a dance back and forth between the boxes, but it is Naf to deal with him. Borup arriving here nice and early through CT, and a flash is there to set him up. However, kind of misses that opportunity with Twist getting down off the top of the boxes. Stown's running away, mate. He wants nothing to do with this round. Tesses, meanwhile, only here with a deagle.
No kit, otherwise I believe.
Or else he would be going for that ninja defuse. Yeah. Full 10-second ninja. Are we going to get it?
Liquid aren't leaving this bomb site.
I think at this point, if you're Liquid, mate, it doesn't matter if a few players go down with the bomb. You just want the round.
They're ready for it. They're keeping their eyes on Ruins. How many can or will he get? Tesses nearing 20 kills. Twist is so prepared. That's a very, very important kill to keep Liquid's economy standing in this T side. There's 2 rounds left of the half. There's a chance that Liquid can still make this a damn good T side. We got Stewie picking up that AWP as well. And Heroic, for the first time in this map, are broken.
Yeah, unfamiliar territory for Heroic, right? They haven't really been in this position many a time. So I have to say, I really like this B setup. We've kind of been seeing it more and more on Inferno, where you do just leave it down to a solo player, and then you play someone like CT Speedway, ready to throw that top banana smoke if needed from CT, can set the player up in the site with flashes. And I like that it's KD in there, because essentially what you're saying to him is, look, you've got the AWP. If you're able to go even like 2 for 1, you know, you've kind of done enough. You've set us up for a doable retake. And it dodges that kind of Inferno classic where both the B players die, and it's like, oh, well, save.
3 on 5,
even if it's like a 3-on-3, you're just so far away from the site that it doesn't really feel like there's a way back into it.
Yeah, I agree with you for sure. The rounds that we've seen the anchors like get away with multi-kills, it's been fine for the retake. But I will say as well, Heroic have, when Liquid go quiet in Banana, Heroic have definitely over-rotated in some of these rounds. They've definitely moved players over. And they like the 4-man A setup. They do it again in this eco. There's nothing objectively wrong with it. But they have been caught out by a lot of late B plays for Liquid that have netted them bomb plants, even in rounds when Heroic do win it due to a retake. It's been competitive, and that's what I like. And this scoreline is about to close up. Yeah, I like the Zeus. Twists, he's not going anywhere near Apps. He's just sitting below right now. He knows it's a low-money round, and so Liquid can't afford to make the mistake of walking into pistols. But where do they go? Sad in B. Players looking like they want to go back. That bomb picked up will give us more of an idea as to where this one's ending as Down gets aggressive, looking to catch Twist on a timing, but he moves to middle. And so this AWP sees nothing, not yet at least. It's about to realize it's a B play. And, oh, Twist, he could get a lot done here. If only Tessus just died for the info. Instead, it's the AWP gone from the round. That could have been huge if Tessus just fed, basically. It would have been more favorable to Heroic. Instead, yeah, they've got 3B, but at what cost? It's only pistols, and Sui's tearing them apart. Borov gone as well. Tessus gets the AWP, but he's looking to save as Nico comes in to be his bodyguard.
And this is a really nice recovery from Liquid, right? It was looking kind of dire at one point in time. Yeah. And now suddenly, like a 7-8 half is very, very achievable. Oh. Twist is even hunting down these saving players, and this is a nice, well, A, a nice little confidence booster, but B, if you take this AWP away, Heroic aren't going to have one in the next round, so it's actually pretty huge if Team Liquid are able to find it. They don't have a lot of time to find it, though, and that's the big question mark right now. Well, they track really this AWP down. Man, they're kind of hedged their bets wrong here, though. They've really pushed into this A site. They're like, yeah, he's pit. He's pit. I know Tess says, well, he's actually sat up here in the T apartments. Twist, will he find it? Because taking this gun away matters a hell of a lot to Team Liquid. These AWPs have been destroying them. And this is the only way you get one. Oh, no. Tess says with the turnaround, he hears it. Oh, Naf with the wall bang. How's he done that? How's he done that to him? Naf, how have you done it?
I need to see that again. That was through the apartment wall.
You thought Tesses has gotten away with it too. What? No. What? Naf? What? Man, Naf.
I mean, like, yeah, you can spam apps with
different, man.
With wall bangs. Someone showed a lineup once where you can sit in T apps and you can kill a car player at top B. Like, you know, you can spam all those walls with AWPs, but oh my, he had one bullet, Harry, to do that. He had 1 second, one shot.
Tesses was laughing to himself as well, like, ha ha ha, Twist is so, what? Like,
yeah, that's a huge kill as well. It's not just it's not a rifle gun, it's an AWP. There's, like you said, none in this round. KD is playing UMP right now. As good as those guns were on the anti-eco, that pales in comparison to the sniper. And that's a massive kill for Naf. You love to see it. Liquid, a 7-round T-side? That would be pretty damn good. Are Heroic going to give it away that easily, though? No kit. Those retakes out of the window likely in a round like this. You've got to make the right call, the right read. Liquid walking into the standard A setup. Double pit play. And Naf just trying to pick up another kill through a smoke. My, oh my. One hell of a game on our hands.
Looking like they want to try and go fast up in towards this this A site. Actually wrapping in through CT. They bypassed the players in A. And this is very, very fast. This might be faster than Heroic are ready for. That bomb moving up through Banana. Heroic have gotten onto the idea, though. They've gone down aggressively through mid to wrap these players at Banana. Naf burns Borup out, and it's down, the only man remaining. Stewie beheads him, and now that 3-man Banana retake coming in again. That bomb's going down with seconds to spare. They do lose out on Stewie at the top of Banana, but Naf is homed in and ready, and I wouldn't mess with this guy's AWP today. He's been hitting wallbangs on players he can't even see. Now they try and boost for the off angle. Naf misses the flick. He actually does it. He tags Nico. But they just go blow for blow, and neither kill is found. Tess says, first man in. Naf back on the angle again. Remember me? Oh, now you will. Tess says, given a bit of a parting gift, and Cadian left fighting all on his own is silenced by a Liege, and we round this out at 7-8 at the end of the first half of play. A hell of a recovery from Liquid. They've made this interesting now. Heroic sporting that lead, but find out who takes this map in just a moment.
Handling bars is all I imagine, and falling from you is just magic. Is it too much to ask to make us all
If ever there was a time for them to step up, it would be right here. And right now, Tess is getting closed in on. Does find the first. Hunter's gone. Nearly a third. Gets another. Head off of Amanek. Maybe Tessus can do it. He does it. Big time players making big time plays.
There's no one else you'd want in this.
Look how safe EG are playing this.
They are not going to make any mistakes with this one. Stan and Breezy being as patient, as calm as they can be. Another fake comes in. He draws them closer. With every cue, they line. Oh my God! Spray JKS!
This is a replay. Same exact pathway run. This time JKS not going to miss the second engagement though. He'll get that. He'll keep following it up. What a B anchor he is turning into B right now. And yeah, I don't know. They're going to get slaughtered here. Tizian, last one left. And getting shot through. JKS's thing on that one.
Vera, I need a frag out here. And he has found Flamey. Boomich with the bomb on his back up high. Can't hit the flick, down to 48 electronic mollies. Running out of safe haven. Jiggles and hits the shot as well. Go on, Navira. He saves them with a triple kill. Apex desperately trying to do as much damage as he can to set Navira up for success. It's not easy for Na'Vi to get back into this though.
A kid here between the two of them.
They're running low on time. And that's the info, that's the tag. Navira tucked in. The last of their util as well. Should be the frag for Navira. Needs a second clean headshot necessary. No time for Perfecto, and just tucking in is the winning move. Navira's confirmed it. The triple kill for him. The Belgian posting the first round for Vitality.
Oh, hi. Didn't see you there. It's Heroic taking on Team Liquid. And right now, Heroic, they might be in the lead, but that huge advantage that they once tried to hold on to has now kind of been silenced by the Liquid boys, who are starting to get back into this game. There was a point in time where it looked like Heroic were just going to steamroll them. Couple of headshots from Twists, couple of wallbangs from Nafly, and suddenly things are looking a lot more doable here for Team Liquid. At the end of that first half, we are as close as we can possibly be. And Team Liquid now moving on to this CT side. We've got Bit of utility here. Actually, a lot of utility.
Yeah.
Utility all across the board. Twist is the only guy with armor, so we've got a real utility-based approach to this pistol. Let's see if that works. Losing Stewie early on was certainly not part of the deal. Stown picking that up, forcing a rotation out from Naf, and that means that Kit is on completely the wrong bomb site here, as this A play is now looking to come in from Heroic.
Liege. Oh, he just gets spammed through the smoke. Nico knows the spots. Twist is stuck, and Nico wasn't the guy jumping midair, instead coming out of the balcony with a second kill. Stown was tagged early in B, and he hasn't moved a muscle. He is waiting for the kills to come to him. And Grim, not interested. It's a lost round nonetheless for Liquid, and they know it. Stown can late hunt, try and get rid of some of this utility, get the kid off of Naf. Nothing to lose. His arm is tagged as well. It wasn't a dink, it was body shots to get him to this spot. But will Stown wait for his teammate Cadian coming in from bottom of B? Here comes Stown. Oh, forget Stown. It's Cadian with a quick tap. Naf stuck in ruins, and his day probably in a similar state. Liquid lose the pistol round.
Darren, man, Naf about to start wallbanging fools from here.
The USP, probably not.
Oh man, you never know, right? I didn't think he was going to get the apps kill either, all right? Yeah. I know you probably did, Hugo, but...
Look at this.
Yeah, man, no, Nico was a bit of a beast on these entries, wasn't he? And all the while, Tess is just hopping around. The Danes loved that. I remember it was S-Tag when he was in Astralis, right? Did that on, like, Nuke B ramp, like, hopping his way down to draw the attention in, and then when everyone's trying to kill the... Like, what the hell is this guy even doing? Let's get him! Like, you know, everyone else then is just kind of helping out. Okay, so we got the force buy back in for Liquid. Naf going to be donning this scout as well. Hopefully he can do some damage with it and make it a little bit easier for these pistols.
Yeah, keep in mind in the first half, Liquid won the pistol. Heroic immediately upset them in this round. Can Liquid do the same?
Well, Heroic are going a lot faster. They're just running amok into this B site. Now, Stewie is good for one, and Grim is able to keep this in the advantage of Liquid. He even lives to tell the tale. Get into the new box. Managing to stay alive for just a moment. However, Naf, that first man in rotation, is shot out of the round right away. So this advantage is snapped back in favor of Heroic and extended even further. It's going to fall to Twist, but this man is good with the Deagle because he's great with the headshots. Onto the Mac 10 as all these players are low. Runs down the first. Oh, and the follow-up as well. Twist with the Deagle round the corner, but it's Tesses holding on to put double digits on the board for Heroic. They get that conversion. They overwhelm the force by just about. And now they're looking good to go 11-7 up.
Yeah, respectable attempt from Liquid and Twist specifically, but not ready for the repeat of Tesses, who is on a mare right now. He is 21-8. He is not stopping. 10-7. Liquid with just a grenade and a P250 in this round. Okay, they put a little bit more in, but nothing to write home about. It should be Heroic finding a clean sweep here. Cadian to make some money for that AWP. Apps Molly denies Elige's cross. And that gives Heroic the apps control if they want to take it. As much as Liquid didn't against the pistols, Heroic feel the same. And just more of a default here in this round. Putting pressure on B, keeping that mid control. Hoping Liquid give them something before they just flat out execute into this B bomb site. The fear is it's stacked, but can't live every round in fear. Sometimes you just got to go for it, full send. And they've been throwing this deep CT smoke. Will that come through again? It's more of a standard one this time around. Coffins as well. And Liquid, I mean, they're cordoned out. You would call this playing retake, but there ain't no chance they're retaking this bomb site.
Yeah, they do have double nades, right? This is kind of by intention. They can try and kill the bomb planter, set themselves up in a 5-on-4 just to do damage in this round. That bomb's going down and go the nades. And they do great damage, but sadly just not enough to actually get the kill. Borup. Bit of a tank, isn't he? Somehow survives that nade stack onto the bomb plant. They flash Cadian in. And his Mac 10 tears up Grim. So this round's pretty much a lock-in. It's just a question of how much damage can Liquid do. Look at Borup as well, the one guy who's low. He's out of B, man. He's just left it to the rest of his team. Knows they're more than capable of holding on to this.
Ooh, wow, lock.
That's pretty rough.
Yeah. Cadian, that AWP is right there if you want it. Might just run the Mac as well. Even just having it in that round forces Liquid to buy helmets here in their first buy. It will be a decent first buy, right? They force, they eco, then they get the big loss bonus. So yeah, head armor on most of the players as they know this Mac 10 could continue, and it will. Cadian just going to be going in first and setting his team up for trades. Where will Heroic end up? Lots of grenades for Liquid. They can finally take some control of this banana. They've got 3 here. Cadian smoked preemptively in expectation of the Molotov, and he's boosted his teammate on the logs. Sui's not going for it. He's giving it a wiggle, but no commitment here at banana. Dodging the flash. Sui's ready for the boost. Very aware as Liquid taking advantage, and it's untradeable at that as well. Smoke is still down at the top of B. Heroic have to look elsewhere.
Yeah, they're hoping they can find some kind of direction over towards this A bomb site where there are still 3 for Team Liquid. Everyone here over towards A, still harboring flashbangs as well, so that's going to be good to set players like Naf up with these long peaks. You can see, I think Twist is just throwing one over now, and that will blind the first, and there's the lineup coming through. Naf and Elige do the dirty to Heroic, and it all falls onto Nico. He is going to deal with the first man. Spots Twists in the pit as well. Twist is just a great pit player, so this is going to be a real challenge to kind of grind your way into if you're Nico. He is given a bit of room to go back, but with this bomb under Team Liquid control at long side, he will be hard-pressed to find anything in this round, and he's already saving. He's backing out of it.
I'm surprised he's saving. Look at the bank accounts of Heroic right now. Like, yeah, Borup's at 3K, but you're going to get a little bit of loss. You're going to have, 44 at a minimum, and that's enough to full buy. So even getting one more kill here against Liquid would kind of screw their economy in the long term. Nico's got to be careful not to get wallbanged through these apartments, apparently.
Yeah, right. Didn't realize it was as big of an issue as it ended up being. But
no, I'm really surprised that Nico, like, fair enough not wanting to take on Twist there. Twist can just pick his battles, but, getting one more frag could have made all the difference. Either way, it's not the end of the world. Nico, nice crunch on long for Liquid.
Nico, hits tab. Yeah, Naf's dead, right? Go T-Apps, go save. That's all good.
Yeah, few. Yeah, still a nice round for Liquid, right? The flash from Twist in pit and running through the arch, smokes off of that B-rotate. Liquid just fully committing to the long play and dropping the bomb, dropping 3. 11-8. That's their first CT-sided round. Can they build upon it? We've got the AWP out for Cadian. He could have bought it last round, but he stalled it out for here and now. Elige doesn't know that he's up close on the bench. Quick flash to middle. Tessa's trying to bait the shot as well. The nade comes in. Does nothing. 3 on B. Leaving early is Naf. That's Grim and Sui just looking down banana, just jump spotting, trading grenades with Stown. Nothing has been done in terms of damage. 1 damage done in this entire round and loads of utility thrown. Heroic avoid it well. Bomb pick back up. They've taken mid. Naf is conceding it to play archway. It's going to speed up his B-rotate, but at this point, Liquid know that it's not a banana play. They've got full control. They've pushed down. They can flank eventually, and there's that long face, but with no flash, Naf is dead to Tesses, and now this play can come through. Stown could lose the bomb. He's late, and Shui runs through banana. He's got the package under his control. Elige also dropping Tesses. It's pandemonium here for Heroic. They may have the A site, but they have no way to plant this package. Cadian with a quick shot, Twist picked up, and now they need to go back.
Stewie's wrapped into the apartments as well, so that's a freebie onto Nico. Cadian gonna have to move in, but there's the AWP striking Grim off the tally. The volley almost spreads onto him. Cadian's disappeared, man. This is Casper, the friendly ghost, on the other side. He's backed up, trying to keep an eye out for Stewie, but Stewie is repositioned right to where Cadian just got this last kill. He is literally hiding under the nose of Cadian right now.
Oh, no.
But both players are having a guess as to where the other's arriving from. This is all kind of hinging on timings, and there's Stewie locking in the round. Team Liquid get themselves a 9th, and it's that wrap down through mid from Grim that allows them to hold on to it, right? Dropping the bomb, locking that in.
Yeah, what a push. Stewie just coming in full banana flank, killing everyone. He even gets into apps within seconds, right? Like, drops the bomb, doesn't hang around and plays it. Elige wasn't with him at the time being. He makes the call, oh yeah, go play bomb. I'm just gonna full wrap and get myself into apartments. He catches another player coming back out. Heroic were focusing on the front line, right? Killing the A defense before they go back for the bomb. They don't want to be pinched in between, an aggressive defense on B. and then the A defense that can push at any point. So like Heroic, they make the best of that round. Cadian just doesn't fully clear the player down middle.
Yeah, I like that they leave Grim like to hold onto the bomb while Stewie keeps going aggressive, you know, like keeps pushing his luck into the apartments, gets himself another, then fast rotate back around. And you can see Cadian just wasn't ready for it. I love the idea of like, you know, you just killed Grim there. You know that Stewie was nowhere near that position. And so he's quick to move in. Cadian thinking it's like lightning, man. Doesn't want to check the same spot twice. And now, Heroic just down to these pistols. Twist boosted up over towards short side. He's got a Liege underneath him. The idea of, you know, peeking an opponent from 2 different angles in the exact same spot makes it a lot harder to deal with. And the boys over towards B, no aggression this time, right? They know the money isn't going to be there for Heroic, so they don't want to risk giving up kills, giving over guns, giving over that B bomb site on the back of anything early. The advantage here for Liquid lies in their ability to kind of long this round out, to keep Heroic at bay, using the pretty limited utility they've got, right? That round coming down to the 1v1 does mean it's still a very, very costly reinvestment here for Liquid. And so in that essence, it's not really like an impossible round for Heroic to pick up. You don't have the usual Molotovs, nades, things like that that can delay these B plays. You are just relying on these players hitting their shots. Luckily enough, Grim, no trouble in that, but Stewie gets caught. The wrap in through Ruins now arriving, and Grim's got to stay alive. He's fighting, but he is trapped at the back of the site, and he gets mopped up as well. Suddenly, it gets a little bit wet and wild over towards B for Liquid. They boost up at the back of the site, and Stown has been spotted by a Liege. This is where you'd love that molly from Twist to rain in, and there it is, forcing the peaks out. They mop that up. Great rotation from Team Liquid. Good use of the limited utility that they had, and they put 10 on the board.
Yeah, some team damage even in there for Heroic. Stown shooting his teammate in the back of the head. But yeah, not the end of the world, right? That was pistols, and they make a pretty good go of it. A bomb plant would have been nice, but Liquid very quick on that rotate once B got lost. I like the spawn take for Heroic, right? We see more and more teams do that. Liquid were even throwing the wall smoke on the T side as well to wrap that CT spot. 11-10, this game is close. Liquid trying to take that lead right back. AWP for NAF. None for Heroic. Oh, good flash. Cadian doesn't know they're boosted, though. He's finally realized, but he is so low. He could get spammed through this smoke at any moment, somehow getting out alive. Oh, my. Liquid, they're happy with that one. They didn't get caught on that boost. And they still hold the top of B. 3 centered here. Stown flashes his way out of Banana. Heroic are done with his position. They don't want anything to do with it. Back to middle instead. They know there's a lot of grenades here. And while they're probably expecting one of these B players to rotate out early, as is tradition, that's not the case just yet. NAF will be moving with the AWP now. For the time being, there's 2 on A. Bomb going back down middle, though. Stewie playing off of Grim's flash from the coffins. How many can he get, if any at all? He's given it up again, and oh no. As Heroic often did this same setup on the CT side, it gets quiet in Banana, so they rotate 4A. Liquid have done it as well. Stewie second-guessing, doubting it. And that's the right call, sticking around this B bomb site as the smokes line up.
And now they know, right? NAF is immediately rotating around to try and help out. But essentially, this is Grim versus the world in the back of B. Stewie's able to distract, and they might even try and boost him up. That looks to be the decision. They're hoping this can allow Grim a bit more of a chance to succeed, but he swings and is dealt with. The trades are even right now. And now this B play grinding to a halt, but time is the problem. The bomb dropped out in the eyes of NAF, and he drops it again. Bye-bye, bomb. It all falls to Cadian, and coming in on this late A wrap, there's just no hope for him. Team Liquid, they tie us up at 11-11. This was in dire straits at the beginning of this map. And now Liquid, once again, keeping it competitive, hauling back into this game. You know, if you remember, there was a point in time where this was 8-3 in favor of Heroic.
And now Liquid should be taking the lead, right? Pistols out for Heroic. We've seen them do more with less. Their B play with P250s and flashes and no Kevlar was pretty good. So don't count them out of making this round interesting, but really it should be Liquid's, right? Stewie's back down Banana. Deep smoke to cut off B. 3 here, not for long. Elite rotating back. NAF on the arch side with the AWP. Heroic just being slow and steady, being methodical, waiting out this util before they make too much of a move. They don't want to be too predictable. Grim's got the re-smoke if he needs it, and the molly, which he probably will need by the looks of things. Heroic are grouping up, ready with a flashbang as Borb from T-spawn. Bottom of mid, rather. There it is. Boom. Grim has to back up. They're through the smoke. He's only got a Molotov left. There it is. Down on the ground. And Tess has stalled out. They're going to smoke it. Fast play for Heroic. No fear. Full commitment. Grim with a spray. And he stalls it out. Stewie through the smoke with another. And Grim just trying to stay alive. Putting up another. He's going crazy right now. The eco getting torn to shreds. And Stewie pushes the CT smoke to clean it up. Flawless anti-eco for Liquid. No problems whatsoever. Heroic can buy that orb. Unlikely unless Tessus is dropping it or Cadian's playing glass, and while he looks to be considering it, might be a bit of a risk. He's saving for it. He buys a Galil. He could have got an AK, but he's playing the long game. 12-11 for Liquid. First time they've been in the lead since winning the pistol round in the first half.
I don't know how you feel about this, Hugo, but I feel like it's nice that we haven't really seen double orbs come out for Liquid. It has just been Naf, the solo AWP in this game. Oh, the collateral is in for him, and there it is. One AWP's all that's needed. That and the hand cannon to find Nico. And even though they keep this in the advantage of Liquid, right, there is that little trade to come through from Borup. That's massive from Naf, especially in the wider context that Elige does go down immediately therein after. To Team Liquid, sat in the 4-on-5, 4-and-3, can't count. Numbers, not my strong point. Stown back towards Banana.
Yeah, we got 2-2 right now for Liquid. Very much committed in the sites, right? Double pit play gives away Arch. Heroic don't know that, though. Especially with an AWP on the A site, they're going to be fearful of that Arch position. So it is going to be just a flat-out B here. Stewie watching for a CT wrap due to that lack of long control. And Grim, oh, they're going full contact. They're walking the smoke with a flashbang. They're waiting for the fade. No flash needed. Stown's just gone right through. There's the smoke. Grim caught with nades out. The molly is down, and Grim is up with a kill. Stewie killing one in the fire. It's actually Grim to steal that frag away, and he's down to 20, just staying alive. He's been doing a great job at anchoring this site, but Cadian finally gets him out. Bomb plant can be found, but 3 health and a 1-on-2 to make this one happen for Heroic.
Oh, he's trying to sneak behind Coffin. And they saw him, right? Yeah, they fired a shot past him. They know that Cadian is there. That really limits his opportunities here. The only thing he might have had was the element of surprise. Well, now he's got to land this spray, and he's not going to land it like that. Defuse held, and Team Liquid onto 13. Looking like they want to close this one out, right? This is exciting coming into this. You know, we don't really know where to place a team like Liquid here in Europe. We've had real mixed bag results from them. Yeah.
Back at Blast, they beat Mad Lions, right? So that was one step up the notch, one rung up the ladder. They beat a good Danish team, but Heroic, I would say, one step ahead. And
and outside of that, right, then we had that like victory over MIBR, but then it's like, you know, I don't really know where to place that team right now. I don't think we've seen enough from them. And then outside of that, you know, then they lose to Fleet Furia, which is exactly what was happening over in NA anyway. So that was kind of all according to plan.
Fly across the ocean just to lose to
just to lose to the guys that you're always losing to. Oh, great.
Why'd you follow us here, guys? Just alone. But no, it's about beating, you know, a long-standing, structured top team. Heroic number 3 on those ESL World Rankings right now. And Liquid up by 2. Can they get it done? Warps out on Naf. None for Cadian. He was saving for it. I thought he was going to get it, but different game plan perhaps for Heroic. 4B for Liquid. All these grenades coming in. That means those A players that rotate back are going to be a little limited if they come down to a retake. Heroic see the heavy numbers on B from the grenades, and they set up smokes on that A site quickly. We've not seen too many A hits in this game. Long smoke down, trying to cut off that AWP. Nico mollied off. Smoke down in the apartments as well. They're going right through that long smoke. Heroic, no fear, full, fast, wrap, Naf in the open, covered by Elige. Cadian does trade the AWP, but Twist in the pit. He's found 2 from Grave. Nico puts him in 1, and now he's in the clutch.
Yeah, but it's Elige playing. Oh, that one way. You thought that might have done something, but Nico is so aware. All right, now down to the 1v2. The problem is that that bomb was dropped over towards short by Naf and Elige earlier on, and so Stewie and Grim, the 2 B-site players, are just sat on it. Nico, this is not going to be easy. Oh, but there's the peek back in, and now just Grim to beat. Grim is there. And somehow is able to put a stop to that absolute tear that Nico was on. Team Liquid onto 14, and even though we have these like great individual moments from Heroic where it looks like they're going to squeak around past Team Liquid, it just hasn't been happening.
Yeah, that's a very cheesy round for Heroic, right? Not only pushing the long smoke, but then even pushing the moto smoke as well, like full A-Rap, like no chill about it. And what a shutdown for Liquid. It may have got close in the clutch, but they win the round. And man, take a look at this scoreboard right now. We have 3 players for Heroic, 20+ kills. Liquid don't have a single player in the 20 range, and Stown has 8 frags. So one of the guys we usually look to be a big heavy hitter for Heroic has gone silent in a crucial matchup. It's only map 1, it's only Liquid's pick, but Heroic could be 0-1 down by the end of this one. Liquid, long smoke, that's a big smoke. That cuts Naf off. He has no info on A. Bomb getting retrieved back at T-spawn. Stewie boosted over the long smoke. He's got to back up. They hear the drop. And so Heroic have their eyes on the prize, watching for any kind of boost as Naf re-smokes apartments. It's again that A hit into the triple stack. Heroic walking into the full hold from Liquid.
Oh, twists up in the apartments. He's going to dart in. Naf trying to hold off inside of the site, and he's just absolutely dancing around them, dodging these shots, puts up that double. And Naf, king of the Samba, man, is able to hold on to it with his AWP. Team Liquid, map point on their map pick, and the last tack timeout remaining for Heroic called on in. It really feels like, you know, since this streak on the CT side, this entire Team Liquid squad have just clicked into place, man.
Yeah. And even in that first half as well, right? Like, we had so many bomb plants, we had so many retake rounds. Heroic aren't even getting that close. They're making clutches interesting, sure, but they're not getting into post plants. They haven't had a bomb plant since the pistol round. That golden snitch that is a bomb down on the site is not available in this game of Quidditch. And Liquid riding their broomsticks all the way to 16, 1 away and 4 chances to do it. We've got SMGs for Heroic. Damn.
Yeah, no, you are right? There's been, what, like 2 bomb plants this half. There was obviously also that, like, attempted 1v2 or 1v3 from Cadian, but he's, like, basically dead at that point. So that wasn't, like, the most impactful bomb plant you've ever seen. Look at this. Team Liquid trying to get stuck in. They are running the gauntlet down middle. Hello, Heroic! Oh, no! Oh, Naf back in with another. The Molotov almost burns out Borup. This is absolute chaos. Nico might get caught with the molly out, but there's Stewie dropping the bomb again. And that has just hamstrung Heroic. It looked like they saved the round, but now the bomb dropped by Stewie 2K. And if there ever was a man to elude you down to these bombs, down to the packages, it would be a guy like Stu. It's left to Stown in the 1v2. Now, what can he do? That bomb in the prying eyes of Stewie 2K, but he gives it up. He's playing the long game here. Stown, you can have the bomb, because I'm in your head rent-free. As now Stown has to try and clear all these angles. He can't believe it, right? You wouldn't expect Stewie to give up the bomb here. So Stown's thinking this is too good to be true. He's checking everything. And Stewie will come back. Knock, knock. Open up the door. It's Stown with the kill. Grim back into this 1v1. And he's all the way over at this A site, a long way from home. Stown has got time. He's got the bomb. He's got utility. Everything you could possibly need. But Grim has got one thing that Stown doesn't, and that is the drop. Hidden in this long corner, ready and raring to go, trying to secure the victory. It's Grim to do it. Team Liquid, 16-11, as they best Heroic